We are now live on ENCA. I know you just spoke to us now, but you were explaining to me that you were looking forward to delivering that debate tomorrow. How do you feel that you've somewhat been robbed by this chance by the now former President Jacob Zuma?
Well, we were looking forward to it, but we knew that the chances were 50-50. Once his party announced that it will vote with the EFF, it was actually not talking to us. It was telling him that we have reached a point of no return. So we knew he was going to run. He was not going to give the EFF that pleasure of removing him from his position. But for whatever reason, we feel vindicated. We've always said the man will not finish his term, and indeed it happened exactly like that.
You've now dealt with the proverbial elephant in the room. Now we move on to the proverbial buffalo. You'll now target the now acting President Cyril Ramaphosa. What is your attitude going to be in the National Assembly towards him? You've in the past said you don't consider President Zuma as a legitimate president. Would you offer the courtesy to the future president, incoming President Cyril Ramaphosa? Would you offer him that courtesy of acknowledging him as a duly elected president of South Africa?
Well, the first thing that you like about Cyril, despite all the witnesses I've mentioned, is that he's more than willing to engage. In Parliament, he tries to answer questions. He listens to the power of persuasion. So if he continues with that type of an attitude, he will last in this Parliament. All I'm saying is that Parliament is illegitimate, and therefore Parliament must dissolve itself. And that's a debate we're going to be taking forward. So it's not more about Cyril, it's about ourselves as Parliament, and that includes him. And a body that is going to elect him is going to be elected by an illegitimate body. But debates are subjected to voting and endorsement in Parliament. We can't impose ourselves. We'll express ourselves and see how Parliament responds. But if they are going to continue with that arrogance of violence, arrogance of sending bouncers, then Ramaphosa must know that the attitude will be the same. Because you are not going to respond to superior logic with violence and hope that we'll return violence with roses. We'll not do that.
My final question, we are now well into an election season. You now campaign against a man who is fairly popular in South Africa. What do you think the EFF's chances are coming back after the election, whether it be an early election, whether it be 2019? What is the EFF's projection for your representation in Parliament with a man as Cyril Ramaphosa as ANC candidate?
No, but you're misguided when you say Ramaphosa is popular, because Ramaphosa was Zuma's deputy, and Ramaphosa lost the metros, Joburg, Tshwane, Ekurhuleni. Where was the popularity of Ramaphosa? Was it still hiding somewhere? It only came out now. So what you are saying is not science. You are not talking science. You are talking an imagination. So he is not a popular as you want to project him, and that's your problem as the media. The ANC lost key metros with Ramaphosa being the deputy president, because in the ANC it's a collective leadership. So Ramaphosa is a walkover, man. Ramaphosa has got no credentials. Ramaphosa has got no constituency, by the way. There is no village which can stop and say Malema is attacking Ramaphosa, therefore we're going to respond in defense of Ramaphosa. There's no such a thing. He doesn't have a constituency. He doesn't have credentials. He doesn't have any good backing, even from within the ANC. Let's put science again to what you are saying. Scientifically, it has been proven that he's also not that popular in the ANC because he won with 2%. So every time you speak ENCA, use science, not emotions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Julius Malema. They're completing that press conference there here in Parliament, taking credit for the resignation of President Jacob Zuma last night, but also at the same time saying that they will not be participating in the election of a new president later this afternoon. And immediately, they say, once they have their first opportunity, they will be coming back to Parliament to call for a motion to dissolve Parliament and to call for fresh elections, saying that this Parliament government does not reflect the will of the people, and that it had been used as somewhat of a mechanism to sweep corruption under the rug. So the word from the EFF saying that while they acknowledge Cyril Ramaphosa, they won't participate in his election and they want fresh elections.